Guys, so continuing on with Holiday Swatch Week, today I have the OPI Starlight collection. There are 18 polishes in this collection, so it's huge in this video. It's going to really suck to do because it's going to be so long. I did find these on eBay. I've had them for quite a few weeks now. I know there's probably a lot of other places you can find them now, but that's where I found mine. So yeah, 18 polishes. I will get right into the swatches. So the first polish is called Drive A SuperNova, and this is a silver metallic. It has a little bit of a sparkle to it that I think could maybe make it qualify as a foil, but for me it's a little bit more on the chrome side. So here's one coat. And this one covers really well on the first coat. It's almost a one coater. It's not quite there. I still have some bald spots, but it does cover great. Formula on this one is good. It's smooth, easy to apply. It's a little bit brush strokey, but not terrible. So here's two coats. This one covers completely in two. Some of those brush strokes did disappear as it dried, but not many of them. Don't mind that lump there on my ring finger. I think I have some polish base on there from when I was mixing polish last night. So there is two coats of Drive A SuperNova. The next polish is called Love Is In My Cards, and this is a medium, maybe on the brighter side of medium, blue-based red cream. So here's one coat. This one covers really well on the first coat. It's not quite a one coater. I can still see a bit of my nail line, but I think for a lot of people you could probably get away with one on this one. Formula is very easy to apply. It's a little bit on the thin side, but keep in mind I do tend to prefer thicker formulas. So here's two coats. So this one does cover completely in two, and it does darken the color just a little bit. It dries very, very shiny as well. So there is two coats of Love Is In My Cards. The next polish is called Two Wrongs Don't Make a Meteorite, and this is a mix of rose gold and gunmetal glitters. This has diamonds, some small hexes, and these really, really weird glitters that I'm trying to figure out what shape they are. Eyebrow glitters, cowboy boots, houndstooth, hockey stick. I don't know. They're a really, very interesting shape. I'm not sure how I feel about them. And I am layering this one over Love Is In My Cards. So here's one coat. You do get a good amount of glitter on your brush when you dip into the bottle with just a little bit of swirling. Because this is mostly very large glitters, it does take a good amount of manipulation to get them spread evenly on the nail and to keep from swiping them right back off the nail. And it's a little tiny bit base heavy, but it's not bad. So there is one coat of Two Wrongs Don't Make a Meteorite. The next polish is called Press Star for Silver, and this is kind of a champagne-y, maybe very, very pale rose gold metallic. So here's one coat. So this one is a bit sheer on the first coat. Easy to work with though, the formula is really good. It does have some pretty bad brush strokes though. So here's two coats. So this one covers completely on two, and it does get a little bit deeper. Really have to be careful to try to get those brush strokes straight though. So there is two coats of Press Star for Silver. The next polish is By the Light of the Moon, and this is a silver metallic base with silver metallic glitter mixed in. So here's one coat. This one covers almost completely on the first coat, but is just a little bit patchy, so it is going to need a second. Formula is good. It's fairly easy to apply. The glitter comes out and spreads out pretty evenly. So here's two coats. So this one covers completely in two. It is a little bit brush strokey, so you would want to be careful. That glitter in the metallic base makes it dry very lumpy and chunky. You can put a top coat on it and it will feel smooth to the touch, but that lumpy look doesn't really go away. So there is two coats of By the Light of the Moon. The next polish is called Is This Star Taken? And this is a lighter kind of pale gold metallic base with holographic silver bar glitters in it. So here's one coat. So this one covers pretty well on the first coat. It is going to need two. I am noticing that you can actually see the holographic sparkle on those bar glitters, at least on the first coat. The problem with these polishes that OPI keeps doing where they have glitter in a metallic base is that the metallic base completely covers up the glitter. And you can't really see the color of it, you can't see the finish of it, and it just looks lumpy. But I can still see some holographics sticking out here. So here's two coats. This one covers completely in two. You do kind of have to tap some of those bar glitters back just so you don't have like them sticking out at the end of your nail. The formula on this one is good, smooth, easy to apply. The glitter is small enough that it doesn't really take any manipulation at all. and it's not as brush strokey as the last one either. So this one is also going to dry kind of lumpy looking just because of all the glitter underneath that metallic base. It won't be as bad as the last one because the glitter is a lot smaller and you do actually get a lot of that holographic reflex off of the glitter, but a top coat will make it feel smooth to the touch, but it's still going to look lumpy. So that is 2 coats of Is This Star Taken? The next polish is called Comet Closer, and this is a gold metallic base with gold metallic micro glitter in it. So here's 1 coat. This one covers pretty well in the first coat. It's not completely opaque, but it should be in 2. Formula is good, smooth, easy to apply. It does have some brush stroke issues though. So here's 2 coats. This one covers completely in 2, and that glitter that's in there does actually stand out pretty well through that base, and once it dries down completely it almost looks like a textured polish, like a real textured polish, and I actually don't hate this one. So there is 2 coats of Comet Closer. The next polish is called Celess-tial Is More, and this is a light pink and holographic silver glitter mix. So here's 1 coat. This one actually covers pretty well on the first coat. You do get a ton of glitter out of this, but it's very easy to apply. The formula is really good. So here's 2 coats. And this one covers completely in 2. I'm guessing this is meant to be a textured polish. It dries very, 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 very textured. It's almost like Zoya Magical Pixie Dust kind of textured. So if you didn't want this to be textured, I think you'd probably end up needing a good amount of top coat, like 2, maybe 3 coats, because it is very, very gritty. But that is 2 coats of Celess-tial Is More. The next polish is a really pretty red shimmer. The shimmer on this one sinks down to the bottom of the bottle very, very easily, and you can kind of see like little lines like as it's sinking down. So this will take a good shake. It's going to look really, really lame in the bottle if it's been sitting for a little while, but when you shake it up you can see how pretty that shimmer really is. So here's 1 coat. This one covers really well on the first coat. It's not quite a 1-coater. I can make out my nail line a little bit and it's not as deep as it is in the bottle. Great formula though. Super smooth, easy to apply. So here's 2 coats. This one covers completely in 2. I feel like it dries just a little bit dull. Not like super, super dull, just not super glossy either. So there is 2 coats of Romance the Moon. The next polish is called Superstar Status, and this is a very, very fine, very sparkly silver. I don't even know if I want to call it a glitter. It's definitely a glitter, but it's so, so fine. And then also mixed in there are some lighter gold hexes. So here's 1 coat. This one is pretty sheer on the first coat. You do get a good amount of those hexes out though, and they distribute pretty evenly. Formula on this one is good, smooth, easy to apply. So here's 2 coats. So this one is not completely opaque on 2 coats. It is very, very sparkly. There's a lot going on. So I think you could probably get away with 2, but I'm going to do a 3rd just to make sure that it covers completely. It does dry a bit chunky, so you will want a top coat. So here's 3 coats. And this one does cover completely in 3. If you remember Wondrous Star from the Mariah Carey collection a couple years back, this is pretty much the same polish, but with that pale gold hex glitter instead of black. So there is 3 coats of Superstar Status. The next polish is called I'm in the Moon for Love, and this is a shimmering kind of plum color. So here's 1 coat. So this one is a bit streaky in the first coat. Formula is great though, smooth, easy to apply. So here's 2 coats. And this one covers completely in 2, and it does deepen the color quite a bit. This one dries a little bit dull. It's not terrible, but you will definitely want a top coat. So there is 2 coats of I'm in the Moon for Love. The next polish is called Guys and Galaxies, and this is a deep kind of oxblood red cream. I do feel like it leans a little bit more on the brown side than like a true oxblood does. It's a little bit more brown than red. So here's 1 coat. So this one is a bit sheer on the first coat, and I might be totally wrong because that's looking pretty red on the first coat, but in the bottle it looked pretty brown to me. Formula on this one is great. It's a little bit more like a jelly, but it's smooth and easy to apply. So here's 2 coats. So this one darkens quite a bit, and it does cover completely in 2. This one dries pretty shiny as well. So there is 2 coats of Guys and Galaxies. So the next polish is called Infrared to Go, and this is that rose gold kind of eyebrow glitter. And then there's some holographic silver glitter mixed in there as well. And I am layering this one over Guys and Galaxies. So here's one coat. This one, you do get a good amount of glitter with a little bit of swirling, like the last one that was like this. It does take a good amount of manipulation because the glitters are so large. And it can get a bit base heavy too. You have to try to thin that out on your nail while keeping the glitters in the right spot. It's kind of a weird combination of tricks. So there is one coat of Infra Ready to Glow. The next polish is called Let Your Love Shine, and this is a deeper red with gold shimmer. So here's one coat. This one is just a bit sheer on the first coat. Maybe not even sheer, just lighter. Like just about every other polish in this collection, great formula, very easy to apply, and I think the wide brush that OPI has makes that even easier. So here's two coats. This one covers completely in two. That sparkle that's in here is really nice too. Again, great formula, does deepen up a bit on the second coat. So there is two coats of Let Your Love Shine. So the next polish is called Cosmo with a Twist, and this is a black jelly base with some multi-chrome glitter. It goes from like gold to pink to blue. This looks a lot like a polish that is in the China Glaze Holiday Collection and the Essie Holiday Collection as well. So here's one coat. So this one doesn't quite cover completely on the first coat, but it does look like it is more of a purple jelly base, and that glitter is going to stand out a lot better than it did in the Essie one. Formula again is great, smooth, easy to apply. So here's two coats. So this one covers completely in two, and I think of the three brands that have done this, OPI included, this is my favorite one. The glitter stands out really well, it's not drowning in the base, and I like the distribution, like the colors that were chosen of the glitter a lot better. So there is two coats of Cosmo with a Twist. The next polish is called Give Me Space, and this is a deep blue with blue glitter. So here's one coat. This one covers pretty well in the first coat. It's not completely opaque. I am feeling like that's more likely to be silver glitter than blue glitter, and it's just a little bit tinted from the base. Like just about all the other polishes in this collection, good formula, smooth, easy to apply. So here's two coats, and this one covers completely in two. This one does dry a little bit dull, so you will definitely want a top coat. So there is two coats of Give Me Space. So the next polish is called No More Mr. Night Sky, and this is a kind of like gunmetal-y blue shimmer glitter. It's definitely a gunmetal color. It has a really, really fine kind of like crossing the line or walking the line between shimmer and glitter, but it also has a little bit of a blue tone to it. It's not showing up too much on camera, but you can definitely see it in person. So here's one coat. So this one is very sheer on the first coat. Formula is still good though, smooth, easy to apply. So here's two coats. I can still see my nail line pretty well on this one on two, so I'm going to do a third. The shimmer stands out very, very nicely on this. So here's three coats, and this one covers completely in three. Again, great formula, and it dries pretty shiny as well. So there is three coats of No More Mr. Night Sky. The next polish is called Center of the Universe, and this is a black with silver shimmer. Here it is next to No More Mr. Night Sky, so you can see that there is quite a difference. So here's one coat. This one is a little bit sheer on the first coat, and it does look like it has some fine matte black hex glitters in there. I don't really know why, because I feel like those are going to get covered up as soon as you layer a second coat on there. Formula is good though, smooth, easy to apply. It does feel a little bit off. I don't know if it's because I can feel those glitters in there, but it just feels a little bit different. It's not hard to apply, but it almost feels like you can tell that there's those glitters in there. So here's two coats. So this one covers completely on two, and it also completely covers that black glitter. Again, the formula feels a little bit off, just like you can tell that there's those black glitters in there. It's not terrible. It does dry pretty shiny as well. So there is two coats of Center of the Universe. This collection, like the Essie one that I did, is hard to pick a favorite because I'm not really thrilled with any of them really, which doesn't happen very often. There's usually at least one that stands out to me, but I think my favorite is Celess-tial Is More. This one is very, very, very sparkly. It applies very nicely, and it doesn't have that weird frosty base that the other like glitters that I would have gravitated towards otherwise had. So I do really like this one because it is so shiny and so sparkly compared to kind of muted with the ones that had the weird frosty bases. So that is the OPI Starlight collection for holiday 2015. Again, I did find these on eBay, so I'm sure there's other places you can find them now, but that is where I got mine. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you later. Bye.